People always ask me, is the real estate market good? Is it bad? Is it hot? Well, I'm going to give you the one key indicator that we look at that really helps us, have insight into any market temperature. By the way, my name is Chad Leonberg, and I run a real estate team here in the Tampa Bay area. If we can help you buy or sell real estate in any way, hit me up at the contact info below. So what I'm going to talk about here today is the month's supply of inventory. Simple premise here is, let's say that on average in a zip code, 10 houses sell per month in a zip code. So if there's 20 houses currently listed, that would give you 2 months supply, because on average 10 houses sell a month. No new houses were listed. They would come off the market. There would be no new homes. So now we understand what months of inventory is. It's the month's supply based on the average, movement of that area. So 6 months is actually a neutral market. It's a neutral market, 6 months supply. Under 6 months is a seller's market, and over 6 months is a buyer's market. So nationally, right now it's anywhere between about 3 or 4 months at the time of this video of inventory. It's probably 3 and change. So one of the big things is, everybody thinks, oh, the market's going to crash. Well, in 2008, the average month supply of inventory in the US was around 8 months supply. So it was a much different market. There was literally like 2.5 times the supply of homes. So here's the thing. So 6 months is a neutral market. The further you get away from it depends on how hot that market is. So if you're sitting at 5 to 7 months of inventory, that's still generally like a neutral market to a slight buyers or slight sellers market. But you're going to have pockets. There's the 100,000 foot view, the 10,000 foot view, and the 1,000 foot view, right? And you can have a market where, the month supply is 7 months, but maybe not for condos. Maybe condos are hot, or vice versa, right? So you can have subtleties and nuances and differences in the micro. On the seller side, it's the same thing. You can have 4 or 5 months of inventory, but realistically, that's still pretty close to a neutral market. It's not really hot. Where you saw the 30, 40 offers going on in 21 and 2021, those markets were, at least in the ones I looked at, there was a lot of like 1 month inventory, or even less. There was 3 weeks, 2 weeks of inventory. So you get 20, 30, 40 offers, right? At a 2 or 3 month supply of inventory, you typically can see multiple offer battles. If you do, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 offers, and as you get to the 4 or 5 months, it's just like, well, homes, their average days on market isn't terrible, but not typically seeing multiple offer battles. So I think just kind of giving that basis for what any market I'm looking at, that's typically my go-to for the temperature of it. Now, there's a lot of factors. It's like a science project when I look at, listing a home and pricing it correctly, or what a buyer's offer should be, or, if the house is overpriced. It's like a science project. There's many factors to consider, but I think months of inventory is a number that you can look at. And there's a lot of websites that will have this. I know for me, a quick rule of thumb is I go to homes.com, and if I look at a certain neighborhood and I scroll down to the bottom, they have market stats on it, and they give the months of inventory right there. So that's something to look at. If you're looking at homes and, the areas you're looking at a 3 month supply of inventory, it's going to be much more, 3 or less. It's going to be a pretty heavy sellers market, a hot sellers market. But if it's something where you're seeing like 4, 5, 6 plus, the buyers might have more of an advantage there. So one of the most important things we do when pricing a home is, you do your CMA. That's kind of a dinosaur tactic, because it's just looking at past data. You have to also take into consideration the current market conditions. Months of inventory is the simplest one to bring to light. Is, if I see from a CMA a house is worth between 550 and 6, right? And we see the month supply of inventory is 3. We're going to push that price more up into the 6 range. If I see the month supply of inventory is more like a 1 or 2, we might even go over the 6, right? But if I see the month supply of inventory is a 6, 7, 8, right, we got to price competitively. We got to price under the competition, because that is a buyer's market, and say 6, 7, 8 months. So that's just a rule of thumb. It's something that I've always gone by. I've seen it work in multiple markets for agents I've coached, for houses I've listed. I run a team in 2 markets. So, I thought that would be helpful in your home journey, is knowing the month's supply of inventory. So it's a key stat. Keep you informed on the market. Keep an eye on it. And if I can help you with any questions, feel free to hit me up at the contact info here I got below. And if we can help you in the Tampa Bay area, please let me know. I run a local real estate team here. But I hope that's helpful and relevant to give you a clearer picture on the temperature of the market. Is it a hot? Is it a cold market? Buyers, sellers? Again, a lot of subtleties and nuances that go with it, but month supply of inventory is a great indicator for you on the temperature. So hope that was helpful. See you around.